Hi everybody, this is Celia
I'm Corinne.
and we're in New Zealand.
Yes, we are.
Look at that.
Incredibly amazing
New
land.
New Zealand is absolutely gorgeous and special and fantastic. Okay, so this is a CE5 circle, a contact circle, and when you choose a chair, it is of great significance. And we're going to go over some different chairs so that you can see what types of choices you have and the pros and cons of each. So let's look at that red one.
So this red one is called a zero gravity chair. It's fantastic if you're not walking very far because it's heavy. So best ever, because you can get in, you can tip yourself back.
Lean back. Look at that. Look at all the
So
sky you can
good.
see.
This is
That's
great.
the ultimate.
Yeah,
is the
it is
best.
the ultimate if you're not walking very far.
Okay, next little camping chair. Okay, so we had a bit of an issue with choosing a chair to come here because we flew like a 23-hour combination flight to get here. And so a lot of people decided to just buy this $8 chair at the Mitre 10 Mega, which is the equivalent of Home Depot in North America. And it's $8 and it's great. It has no headrest though. I would never choose this for home. I would never pick this chair unless I had to go somewhere and just buy an $8 chair. Okay. This is, oh, hello. This is also another similar choice, except it's much more expensive, but you can travel with it because it, woo!
That is
That's
a
not
problem.
stable. That's a problem.
We are on uneven ground, so you just witnessed a problem.
That is in the field testing live. Okay, so don't get that chair. So this chair, okay, now similar company or a company similar style. Those two chairs, the blue one that's not so stable and this one here, fold down super small. They're expensive, but they can fit in your suitcase. So the person that brought that one, Andre, actually, you should go watch his podcast because he has great podcasts. He bought it, packed it up, put it in a suitcase, came out, and it has the headrest, which is really, really important, at least to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
so,
works.
yeah, it's got a good lean back. You can see a good portion of the sky with it. It's awesome.
And you can travel with it, as Celia mentioned. Andre came from Australia to New Zealand, put it in his luggage, which is great.
Yeah, I would have done that. Is the chair that we should have bought.
Yes.
We didn't though. Okay. I don't know this chair.
This chair was bought at the warehouse in New Zealand as a camp chair. One of the benefits of it is it does give you head support if you want to.
It does.
Little bit.
It's not very leany backy though.
You can't lean back very much, so you might be crooking your neck a little bit.
And it's a bit heavy, clunky.
That's right. So that's not quite a airplane travel chair.
Definitely not.
No.
That's a buy that's a buy if you get to the retreat and then leave behind chair.
That's right.
I think.
Yeah.
No offense to the person who I don't know even whose chair that is.
Not sure.
I think we can skip that one. That falls into other categories. That's an interesting one. I don't. Do you want to try it?
Yep.
I don't know anything about this kind of chair.
Very cushy.
Headrest.
Oh, has a nice headrest. You are able to lean back. Not bad. I'm not sure about the feasibility of putting it into luggage, however, because it
Well, no.
feels bulky.
For sure not.
However,
Yeah.
pretty good for cush.
Probably comparable to the one next to it, as mentioned, zero gravity chair. Probably a good home chair.
Yes, your feet are still on the ground, so you're not completely tipping back, but definitely up there.
We have no idea if this is available in the North American market. However, who knows who's watching this? Just because we're from North America means nothing. Okay. There's your classic old-fashioned, old-school chair.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, this is the thing, is that if you're doing CE5 in a pinch, then you just get a chair that works and just stay out for an hour. And if you get a crick in your neck, go home.
This
Right?
is for a really short period of time.
Yeah.
There's no really ability to lean back in it, so I can already feel my neck being strained, but short periods, yes.
And And it is a little bit funny to be obsessed with chairs, and somebody called me Chair Celia, which, I don't know. There's a reason to be obsessed with chairs, because you're sometimes in a chair for like 4 hours. If you're really getting into it, like if you're just having a great time. And anyways, I think it's important to get a good chair and to get the right chair for you. So this chair, pretty big and bulky, so probably an at-home chair choice. But one thing that I noticed about this chair that is so awesome, it's just a bee. There's a lot of bugs, but there's no snakes. This bug is bothering Corinne. So the one thing that's really awesome about this one is that often you go out in a CE5, there is uneven ground. You have to pick a spot that is fairly flat for everybody, because it messes with all the chairs except this chair. So this should be like this, but when I get into it, instead of having to like be crooked and leaning over this way, I can just like rotate and use this other moon half circle of the chair. So this is kind of an amazing chair, actually.
Yeah, it is.
This would be totally like top 3 chairs, I think. Top four
Neil
chairs.
bought that here.
Oh, he did?
He did.
So no, that kind of thing would be available
I think
around.
so.
It looks pretty good. Okay, so that's it, right? Except for, okay, so this is what Corinne and my mom and I did. Do you want to sit in it? Here, it's your turn. It's your turn. Okay.
This was the North American coming from Canada to New Zealand solution to bring a chair so we didn't have to buy a chair and leave it here. So you need to run around like a bee 360 and fill it up with air. You need to get in, you need to make sure you're on flat ground. It initially is very comfortable, have wonderful ability to lounge back and have head support. The issues become when the air deflates and your bum hits the bottom.
If it does, because
Which it does.
we haven't consistently been able to. Well, I think I've got the tightness of mine didn't deflate the last night.
Okay, and
But
they're
it's an
very
issue. It's an
noisy when you move around. And it's not something you want in a CE5 group, is a lot of noise happening. So this has become a no.
Which is
And
too bad. There's a lot of positives.
There's a lot of positives if
But
you're...
I think the negatives are on the extreme scale.
Yeah, and in fact, personally, my chair is abandoned in my room and I am resorting to blankets now.
Okay, and that is actually my choice too for tonight. Because we are on such uneven ground, I don't know if you can tell, there's a rivet in the ground there and like rivets everywhere. And so this is my spot for tonight, which is a tarp, which will be covered by a blanket, and the wood is going to be my headrest, and I'll be in my sleeping bag with a pillow. So my absolute favorite chair is a half height beach chair, and it's a little bit low to the ground, so that might be annoying for some people, I'm not sure. But you can adjust the recline really well. It's pretty cheap. It's not as expensive as a zero gravity chair, and it has pockets in the back, so you can like put your laser pointer, your flashlight, your lantern, whatever, into a little zipper pocket, zip it up, and put it on your back because it has backpack straps. That chair is the ultimate, and that is my absolute hands down favorite. And unfortunately, we couldn't have that chair here. Okay, so ultimately, a blanket might just be the easiest and best solution. So if you're just starting out and you just want to get out there, just take a blanket and a pillow and go out under the stars. Because Why not just keep it super simple?
Yeah.
But then the more you get into it, the more, if you're like us, you might get a little bit picky about chairs and a bit obsessed about them and finding the exact right chair for you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's kind of a fun process.
It is.
Yeah.
It is fun.
I think our choices, so if we traveled, so chairs, if you stay at home and you're just dragging it out to like a fairly close location, if you're traveling to go to a CE5 retreat, that's a whole different story. So if we go look at these things, 3, home, okay, home, top 3, top 4, because there's one chair here, one chair that is not here, that is my ultimate favorite chair, the half-height beach chair. So that's a good, the red one.
The red zero gravity chair, if you're not traveling and you're close to your location, best.
Good one. This one also looks good for that choice, this cushy one. This one, I actually had this once for like a day and returned it because that was going to be my at-home chair, but it requires a ton of setup. I like to like throw my chair, which is not here, just throw it in my car and go. And this is not a throw in your car and go. So this is definitely the travel chair. What else was what other choices were there? And then this one, great stay-at-home chair. So that is our chair review. And I'm going to put this little list that you're seeing right now of all of the chairs so you can compare the prices and compare what application it's for so that you can make your best choice. If you want to support us and help us get more videos out there into the world to help people go out and make contact with our highly evolved friends out in the universe, then you can support us by buying our hard copy of the book. You don't necessarily have to buy it. Obviously, it is for free. That's not obvious, but it is for free. And the reason why we are giving away the entire book for free is because the world needs help. And we need to shift, and it's time to just get everybody on board and learn about who we really are, and that we can become a part of a galactic neighborhood if we can get our stuff together.